Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Angel News, where we keep the original nation updated. My name is Nicolette Hodge. Sisters and brothers, this is a continuation of the Abrahamic Covenant, which is our vision. And the Angel News is here to keep you informed of our vision. Our vision identifies where we are going. Our vision gives us purpose. Our vision gives us one common goal to unite under and see it all the way through to its completion, sisters and brothers. Our vision is the Abrahamic Covenant, the promise that God made with our father Abram and his seed. We are the true seed of Abraham. Our 400-year history of horror right here in America proves that we are the true seed of Abraham. And no one can erase the sacrifice that we made, nor can these devils erase what they did to us. These devils claim that they are Abraham's seed. False Israel has stolen our identity, and every nation is helping to uphold this lie. However, sisters and brothers, they don't fit the description of what Abraham's seed endured, nor are they in the land that is given to Abraham's seed. So they are using deception to block our vision. They don't want us to know our true identity. They don't want us to know that we have a reward, an inheritance, a promised land. They do not want us knowing our own history, which our history is what qualifies us to receive our inheritance. We did the job, and now it's time to get paid. But these devils don't even want you knowing that you did a job, nor that it's time to get paid for the job that you already did. So they don't even want you connecting any dots, sisters and brothers. And they don't want you having the understanding of who we are, what we have endured, and where we are going. However, our vision, the Abrahamic Covenant, is God's word. And word is bond, sisters and brothers. So with that, Sister Fatima will take us further into our newscast by identifying the original nation's true history right here in America.
Assalamu alaikum, sisters and brothers. My name is Sister Fatima Hodge, and we're going to get right into our topic for the day. All right, sisters and brothers, the Holocaust. The Holocaust is the black man and black woman's true experience here in the hells of North America. Now, sisters and brothers, they whitewash it and identify this experience as slavery. However, sisters and brothers, slavery does not define being raped, tortured, afflicted, dehumanized, sodomized, and the list goes on, sisters and brothers. None of these words are in the definition of slavery. So slavery would just be a slap in the face to the black man and woman's true experience here in the hells of North America, afflicted by devils, sisters and brothers. They tell you that you went through slavery, so you have no clue of what took place to your ancestors. And sisters and brothers, you are your ancestors. So not only this took place to your ancestors, this also took place to you. But you don't know this. And this was all in the plans of our enemies to make sure you don't know the horror that they put upon our nation. That's exactly what Abraham's vision was of horror. And that's exactly what the black man and woman of America has experienced. Horror, 24/7 around the clock. Sisters and brothers. And they want you to forget about what took place to the black man and woman. It was not only slavery, it was affliction. sisters and brothers, as I share, it was horror, sisters and brothers. So them calling our experience slavery is just a slap in the face. And the scriptures also identify exactly what the black man and woman of America would suffer here in America. And I'm going to read that right now. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram. And lo, an horror of great darkness fell upon him. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. And afterward shall they come out with great substance. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace. Thou shalt be buried in a good old age. But in the fourth generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. All right, sisters and brothers, the scriptures identify exactly what God's people will go through. It sure will be in a strange land that is not ours. So that means that we were taken from our land and brought to another land. And that's exactly what took place. The black man and woman of America were taken from their land and brought to a strange land here, America. We are the only nation that meets this description. And it shares that we will be enslaved and afflicted, meaning we will be enslaved and afflicted, meaning we were not just slaves, sisters and brothers. So the scriptures identify this. So we were brought here to the strange land in 1555, enslaved and afflicted. It took them 64 years to strip us of everything. 1619 is when they started our servitude. All right, sisters and brothers, it sure will be here for 400 years. And after that 400 years, will that nation that afflicted you, I will judge, right? So from 1619 to 2019, that's 400 years. 2020 started with a plague, COVID-19. Their judgment started in 2020, sisters and brothers. And they knew exactly what was taking place. Their judgment has begun. We are living out the scriptures. And they know this, sisters and brothers. They don't want you to know what's taking place because you are the reason they're being judged, because they not only enslaved you, they also inflicted horror upon our nation, sisters and brothers. And they're going to reap what they have sown. So, sisters and brothers, they seen exactly what was taking place. We're living out Exodus. And that's exactly what happened 2020. So, sisters and brothers, they're not going to get away with what they've done to the black man and woman of America. They don't want you to know your history. However, sisters and brothers, we are here to tell you exactly what took place to you. What exactly took place to us, sisters and brothers. Because not only this took place to your ancestors, you have to understand that you are your ancestors. So this took place to you as well. And it's still taking place today. So sisters and brothers, we must never forget our true experience, sisters and brothers. And that is horror. And once our nation realizes exactly what was done to them, their nation is going to suffer severely. All right, sisters and brothers. With that, Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Sister Fatima. Brother David will take us further into our newscast by expounding on the Holocaust.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's David Hodge. You would be a fool to stay here in the lane of your imprisonment. You would be a fool to forgive these devils for all they've done to you, and including your ancestors. Your ancestors would be sick and turning over in their graves if they found out that you were partnering with Massa after all they've done to our people. They wouldn't want anything to do with you if they found out that you were partying, and sleeping with Massa. They inflicted horror on us for hundreds of years, just like the sister explained. 400 years, murdered, raped, tortured, tormented, experimented on, made miserable, and totally oppressed. This is our true experience, but they whitewashed it and call it slavery, which slavery is not a good definition or expression of our true experience because it leaves out the affliction we suffered. It leaves out all the horror that we suffered and endured, which is 99% of our experience. These devils don't want you to know. It was beyond anything that I could describe. Completely unimaginable, horrific. The worst thing that has ever happened to anyone in human history. Our true experience, which they're trying to cover up and call it CRT, critical race theory. But it wasn't no theory. These are actual facts. We were abused, beaten, whipped, fed like pigs, fed pig shit, treated like animals, treated worse than animals, turned into animals, stripped of all knowledge, exploited, experimented on without anesthesia. Do you understand what that means, brothers and sisters? You try to go have surgery without anesthesia. And imagine that. We were sodomized, castrated, dismembered, disemboweled, dismantled, hung, starved, cut open, peeled alive, gutted, cooked alive, boiled, fried the hell up, grilled, burnt alive, made unrecognizable, fed to gators. They used, after they cut our hair and skin off our bodies, they attached it to puppets and made material objects like pillows and chairs and things of that nature. The list goes on, brothers and sisters. What more do I need to say? These devils completely dehumanized us past imaginable. And you would be a fool to forgive these devils and partner with the open enemy. We want vengeance. We want complete separation. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Brother David. Brother Amir will take us further into our newscast by identifying the Abrahamic Covenant.
Thank you, sister. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters and brothers. It's your brother Amir Yusuf. And our reward for going through the 400 years of being tortured and afflicted is the Abrahamic Covenant, brothers and sisters. That is our reward and our birthright, and that is our vision. That's the original black man and original black woman's vision that is living in America. Because the Abrahamic Covenant will unite us, brothers and sisters. It will bring us together. So let's get right into our reward and our birthright, which is the Abrahamic Covenant. Genesis chapter 15, verse 18. Verse 18. In the same day, the Lord made a covenant with Abram, saying unto thy seed, have I given this land from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates. Brothers and sisters, that land is Arabia. That is our promised land. The original black man and the original black woman in America are the true seed of Abraham, brothers and sisters. And we have a covenant, and that is our promise from God. So as I come before you, I leave you with the peaceful greetings of Assalamu alaikum. It's your brother Amir Yusuf.
Thank you, Brother Amir. Brother Malik will take us further into our newscast by expounding on the Abrahamic Covenant.
Thank you, sister. Assalamu alaikum, sisters and brothers. The Abrahamic Covenant belongs to the original black man and woman in America, emphasizing on the land from the river of Egypt to the great river, the river Euphrates, that is Arabia, that God has given to Abram's seed. Arabia is the promised land, the land that God will sit his chosen people back in. Sisters and brothers, the Abrahamic Covenant also identifies the time of the state of the world that is directly coupled to the people of the covenant, the Abrahamic Covenant. Sisters and brothers, we are the people of the covenant, the people of the Abrahamic Covenant. 2020 marked the time of the change and the beginning of the judgment of America and the world, with the start of the 9 plagues, which they call COVID-19, the plague that will kill the firstborn of the grafted man and will pass over the original people of the planet. Sisters and brothers, the world witnessed and recognized the Passover because every nation was directly affected by the plague or COVID-19, killing millions, which targeted the elderly, the firstborn, and passed over the original people and nations like Haiti, Africa, and the original black man and woman in America. Sisters and brothers, the starting of the plagues marked and revealed the time of the fulfillment of the Abrahamic Covenant that is detailed by Abram's vision. Sisters and brothers, we are the people that served America and the people that America enslaved and afflicted for 400 years. From 1619 to 2019, sisters and brothers, we are the people coupled with this change that is taking place in the world. Sisters and brothers, our enemies know and understand what this change means for them. Our rise is their demise and destruction, sisters and brothers. Our enemies are at war with us to keep us from hearing or understanding what the Abrahamic Covenant means and how it applies to us and how the Abrahamic Covenant is affecting the world. Sisters and brothers, the messenger of the covenant, the Lord whom we are seeking, Master Suleiman, has come to remind us of the Abrahamic Covenant. No one else is speaking on the Abrahamic Covenant, teaching us to hold on to the covenant, our birthright, and to not sell out our birthright for a goddamn measly bowl of soup or reparations of your enemy's illusion, their money, and or this stolen land. Sisters and brothers, we are God's chosen people. We are the true seed of Abraham. We are the righteous nation who is targeted to be annihilated by America and all of our enemies. Sisters and brothers, false Israel has stolen our identity, claiming that they are the seed of Abraham. Sisters and brothers, false Israel is going to be the first to be destroyed. Scriptures state, but when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, you will know that her desolation is near. Her destruction, false Israel's destruction, will shock the world and will clear the air for all eyes to see and recognize that the original black man and woman are the undisputed true seed of Abraham that is bringing an end to Satan and the devil's world. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Brother Malik. Sisters and brothers, the Angel News keeps you informed so that we can safely secure the original nation. We will be back with more. Assalamu alaikum.